Hello, it's Lord Lav again, and well, you saw the last video where I put this beat together. We're on the second part of the video now, where I'm going to basically add a bit more just to make sure the instrumental is completely done and finished. This is what it sounds like, just as a quick recap so you know where I got to. It's a very sort of jazzy type beat. That's what it sounds like, and the reason I'm drinking green tea is because I'm suffering from man flu at the moment, and green tea is what helps cure man flu. So I heard. Probably doesn't, but it definitely feels better than drinking coffee or milk stuff. But I digress. Anyway, back on with the beat. So I decided to add a bit of synth to the whole equation, and you will find this so stupidly simple it will make you laugh, especially if you can actually play the piano pretty well and yeah and yeah and all that stuff. And yeah, that's all well and good, and it's nice to be able to use some proper synths, but sometimes less can be so much more, especially when you just want some sort of subtle sound in the background. So this is going to be what we call a one-note wonder. And some of you will think, that's crap. Where's all the actual chord progression, all the rest of it? Well, don't blame me, blame the 80s, blame electronic music as a whole. Still, I don't care. All I care about is if it sounds good. And I am literally going to do, as I say, a one-note wonder, which is this. Literally all it is. So I started digging for another sound to go with the synth, the piano and all the other bits, and I found this cheeky little sound. I was digging through some of my old records, through you know, some CDs you got, just digging through all sorts of things, but I actually found a decent break on one of the Apple loops itself. And to be honest, I don't care where a break comes from. If it sounds good, it sounds good. This is the sound just on its own. That's that there, and you hear that in line with the piano, and to me, you know, it kind of sounds alright. Just as a quick flavour of what you're going to get, of course there's stuff I've got to do to this. I've got to tweak it a little bit, tweak the pitch a little bit with it, and a few other things, but that's kind of it so far. I had to tamper with the synth sound, so the synth sound sounds like this at the moment. And what's quite cool about that is the kind of slope of it. Considering I was just pressing one key on there, you got this nice kind of slope, which is just one of the presets. That's just the auto filter on the actual synth. So I've got to tamper the auto filter a little bit to make it a little bit different, and I'm also going to do a bit of panning with it to make it sound a bit more interesting. Tampered with the auto filter on this particular synth, and I've also made sure it pans, so it goes, you hear it more on the left speaker for one note, more on the right speaker for the other note, and it sort of goes back and forth. So that's what it sounds like. It sounds like this. And that's what kind of works. And messing with the auto filter as well has just changed the kind of pace in which it slopes up and down. It's made it a little bit deeper too, and that works with the rest of it if you hear it with the sample. Just got that cool kind of vibe to it. Now you heard that like saxophone sample I used, which is, now I altered the pitch a little bit, just a tiny bit, and on top of that I added like a delay on it, so it just gives it just more of a kind of I don't know, some sort of euphoric type sound in the background. So it's that does all make sense in line with everything else. On top of that, I chopped up bits of the sample, so you've got the sax, but you've got the sax that's panned across throughout, like the main bit that's going to be like the verse on each part of the song. You can hear the sax, like little snippets of the sax kind of going in and out, which is, you know, working in line with the synth. That to me makes it sound a lot more interesting. And that to me makes it more interesting, and you hear that in line with the piano. And it's alright if you have it a little bit offbeat. It doesn't have to always be, you know, dead on all the time. This is the track in its entirety. Still ain't come up with a name for it yet, but once I've written the lyrics, I will do. So here it is. It's mixed down a little bit better too. Section here is the verse. I class this as like the actual verse. And here's the chorus. That's the track so far. There's two other verses where things are a little bit different and the end's a little bit different too, but that's pretty much it. So the next video is going to be me with the actual lyrics. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe, and go to my website, which is www.lordlav.com. Peace.